Oh hey, this project is my entry in the 2016 Sterling Davis Pallet Upcycle Challenge. I'm sorry to say that I had a whole bunch of video shot for this project and I had it on an external hard drive, and I went to do the final edit of my video and the hard drive crashed and I lost almost everything except for the last day of filming. So I'm going to do my best to throw it together so you can at least see what the end result was, and you'll either like it or you won't like it, but it is what it is. So I lost the video of actually breaking the pallet down using my Pallet Pal. This was the yield I got from the pallet minus what I ended up using for the project. So this is what I had left after it was done. What happened is I started to use the Pallet Pal to break up the pallet, and I made the Pallet Pal 2 years ago when I participated in this challenge, and I made it out of plywood, and I made it out of really crappy, cheap plywood. And on top of that, as one of my viewers pointed out to me, I actually had these pieces upside down when I put it together. So they were actually sitting like this, and I was prying this way rather than this way, and having this cutout piece just be the relief to allow you to get underneath the slats of the pallet. So as you can see, it did not last very long. The tips were all broken on both pieces. It pretty much fell apart. I hadn't really decided what I was going to do for a project at that point. I just knew that I needed to start with a video of breaking up the pallet. So about midway through breaking up the pallet, I realized that what I really needed to do was to repair my Pallet Pal. So I cut some pieces from that pallet, I jointed them, I laminated them together, I traced these pieces, and I threw it up on the bandsaw and cut them out and drilled the holes and got it aligned, and lo and behold, I have a almost brand new Pallet Pal built out of pallet wood. And I still had all of this left. Now I went and got a second pallet today in order to film the closing scene where I use this Pallet Pal to break up another pallet. And this was the yield from that pallet. This is nice, thick. This is almost like 5/4 stock all the way through. So I'm sure I will find some uses for that down the road. So now I'm going to show you what video I do have left, which is just from today. Thanks for watching. it.